Thank you for listening to Around the Block, episode 3 of 2015. I am doing a podcast every month, so this month I would like to announce that the featured artist is A New Challenger Approaches from San Diego. I will be also giving the interview and playing their song that they want featured on the episode called Dead Inside. I have recently saw them play this past weekend, March 28th, at the Den in Hawthorne with Defiant and Channels, and that was pretty exciting. They did a great job considering, yes, it was a bar. I applaud each and every one of them for getting on stage and doing their thing because I'd be way too shy to do what they do. With that being said, here are the upcoming shows of April. On April 3rd at 8 p.m., we have Dear Boy, Kitten, Mirror Talk, and Aqua Dolls playing at the Troubadour in West Hollywood. It is all ages, and tickets, you can find them at ticketfly.com. On the 4th at 8 p.m., everything's at 8 p.m. I'm just going to forewarn you now, unless I say otherwise. We have Influence, Order 66, and Blood Scribe celebrating John's birthday bash. It is in Los Angeles, and it is a free show. For more information, you can hit up any of the bands playing for that. On April 8th at 7 p.m., see, it was a change from 8 p.m. to 7 p.m. We have Fight the War, Doyle, and Mushroom Head at the Whiskey A Go-Go in Hollywood. It's a flat rate of $25. You can hit up Fight the War for more information on that. On the 11th at 7 p.m., we have Defiant, Kid Armor, Backtrack, Malfunction, and Bane at Chain Reaction in Anaheim. You can hit up any of the locals for tickets, or you can buy them at ticketfly.com. And the show will sell out, so be sure to get them today. On April 11th as well, at 8 p.m., we have Influence, Antagonist, The End of an Age, and Teeth at the Boulevard Cafe in Los Angeles. It is a free show, and it is 21 and over. On April 13th at 8 p.m., we have Shepherd, Unscarred, Order 66, and Terraforming, and more to come at the Doll Hut in Anaheim. It's 21 and over as well, considering they are all bars, and it is a free show. On the 19th at 2 p.m., it's an all-day thing. We have XYZ Fest with Eye of Helix, Speaking the Kings, Hardest, Dayseeker, and more at Malone's Bar and Grill in Santa Ana. The tickets are $12, and you can purchase them at indierocktickets.com. That's a new website. I've never heard of that one before. And on the April 24th at 6 p.m., we have Spades and Blades with their CD release show featuring Anatomy Decay, Within Reach, Upon the Water, and more. This will be held at Malone's Bar and Grill as well in Santa Ana. Tickets are $12, and it is an 18 and over show. On April 25th at 8 p.m., we have Order 66, Band Abbreviation, Reckless, and more at M Bar Music Lounge in LA. It's $5 at the door, and it is a 21 and over show, so be warned not to bring anybody under 21. I've seen it happen, and relationships are broken that way. We also have a Spring Breakdown Festival on the 25th at 11 a.m. It's an all-day thing. It ends at 12:30 at night, so be prepared for a long day of standing and listening to crazy people singing into a microphone. Headliners are OTEP, As Blood Runs Black, and El Nino. Some of the locals playing, and there is a list, but it is way too long for me to continue to talk about all the locals that are playing. We have So This Is Suffering, Eye of Helix, Castaways, Keep Left, Matriarchs, and more at the Pico Rivera Sports Arena in Pico Rivera. And you can buy your tickets at wanttickets.com or hit up any of the locals playing. I'm sure you can find one who is selling tickets. On April 30th at 6:30 p.m., we have at Malone's Bar and Grill with It Lies Within, Nevada Rose, and We Rise the Tides, who are coming in on their tour. And some of the locals that were lucky enough to get on this show is Alorian, He Died Fighting, and we have more to be announced. Tickets are $10, and it is an all-ages show, so be sure to hit up any of the locals for tickets. Now let me tell you a little bit about my friends and A New Challenger Approaches. They are a post-hardcore band from San Diego. You can find out more information. I'm not going to tell you everything because the interview is coming up shortly. They moved from Yuma to San Diego, except for Eric. He did not move from Yuma to San Diego. You can find them at facebook.com/A New Challenger Approaches, or you can head on over to their website at anewchallengerapproaches.com. They will be playing a Battle of the Bands for Warped Tour on May 22nd at 7 p.m. in San Diego at Soma. Some of the bands you may know and have heard is Redeem Revive, I Survive, Hannibal, Seconds Ago, Killing the Messenger, and more will also be competing against the guys of A New Challenger Approaches. The tickets are $10 and you can buy them at somasandiego.com, or I believe any of the bands have pre-sale tickets, and so you should help them out. And here's the interview that I got to do with the guys after their show this past weekend at the Den in Hawthorne. Check it out. You guys can name your band and each member's name for me, please. Starting from the left.
Our band name is A New Challenger Approaches. My name's Napoleon and I play guitar.
I'm Abraham, I play guitar.
I'm Eric, I play bass.
Pablo, I play drums.
I'm John, I do vocals.
Everybody asks this question, but how did you guys form?
It was mainly John and Pablo. They always wanted to be in a band. This is kind of your story. You could probably tell it better than me.
It was me and Pablo. We met in high school at church, and we wanted to be in a metal band. So we like practice, just the two of us, and then his brother signed us up for a Battle of Bands. So we just gathered people from church to make a band.
Well, Pablo didn't even have a drum set. And you guys were like air drumming and playing Guitar Hero.
We were pretty legit, actually. He sold his drum set, or his PlayStation.
Oh yeah, you sold your PlayStation
Yeah.
for a drum set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And who's from Arizona?
Everyone but Eric. Everyone but me.
The trek from Arizona to San Diego. Tell me that story.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a point where we would just play at park shows because there was no venues in Yuma. So yeah, we're just playing under like Ramadas and stuff at the skate parks, and it's just fun. It was just something that was always fun. And then we realized it seemed like more and more kids were like digging it, and we were digging it more. And there was a point where we're like, we really want to do this. We really want to pursue this, but I guess you can only get so far in Yuma. So yeah, we just all decided like, let's just do it. Let's just drop everything and chase this, So everyone quit their school, quit their jobs, quit everything, and we just moved into a one-bedroom in San Diego and just been on the grind ever since.
And out of all the local bands that you know, who would you like to go on tour with?
Local bands?
Only
like from
local
San
bands.
Diego or from
anywhere?
From
that
anywhere?
You know, your friends, or just
Unsigned
random.
artists? There's a lot of bands. I want to say all of them. All of them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for the San Diego scene, we tend to run into all the familiar bands, and everyone's really cool, and just that whole scene's really cool, and everyone's just really supportive of each other. So I guess we're doing this Battle of the Bands lineup coming up for Soma, and literally that whole roster is like all of our friends. Like it couldn't be a better show other than because it's like a Battle of the Bands thing. Like that's just an amazing fun lineup. Everyone's friends and everyone's stoked to like be playing it together. Lions Amongst Wolves would be awesome. Those are our homies out here. We can't play enough shows with them. That's the bummer part. So we love them so much.
Yeah, that's the band.
But out of the songs that you have on your EP, which one is your favorite to perform?
I like Ellie. Ellie is the last song in our EP, and it's just a very different song. I mean, we're not really like a ballady band, but when we play that live, I mean, lighters go up, and I always wanted that, so that's why I get stoked.
I think my favorite's Obsidian Empire.
Yeah, I like Obsidian. I'll go with that.
I'll go Carol.
Karen's one.
Obsidian Empire, because people know it, so they go nuts. Or Fenrir. Everybody howls. They get all beastly.
Everyone comes together.
My ears are ringing by that point, so...
It starts with us, so as long as we're doing it, it's all that matters.
Writing any new music?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you share with us?
Yeah, we got a handful, and we practice, and then a show comes up, so we're like, oh, we shouldn't play those right now. Let's just practice our set. So there's a lot of off and on, but we have a really decent handful, and we're stoked.
We had about like 4 or 5 somewhere.
Yeah. I think every band can relate. You put something out, but then the next week, you're always writing something else that you wish you can have out.
I wish I could just get rid of all the songs we have now and just play our new stuff.
Yeah, like you always just want to show the world the next stuff because there's always something. You're always thinking of stuff.
What do you have any plans for the rest of the year? Like, do you have any goals you want to achieve before 2015 is over, even though it's
We're
March?
trying to tour more.
Yeah, that's really been the focus. Just trying to figure out how to do it.
Who would you like to take on tour with you guys? Anybody.
Any band?
Anybody.
And the Affliction.
Yeah, mainly because of
We wanna-
Gino. I just want Gino around. Gino's their tour manager, and he's a good friend of ours, and it's just
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I would love to play with that. That band has like great vibes. Their fans love them.
And you played with Motionless in White this past month.
Oh yeah.
How was
yeah.
that show?
that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was cool. That was dope.
It was weird because I guess the whole tour package seemed like they didn't really want like
We're the underdogs.
yeah, they didn't really want any like local openers on the bill. So when we came in, we felt there was kind of this weird tension of like unwanted, and we kind of felt like we were unwanted, you know. And they didn't want to give us merch stuff, like a merch spot and whatever, you know. But Soma was awesome, and they like fought for us, whatever. And they're like, no, they're getting a spot, and we don't care. And
They let the house pack out too. They were gonna make us play outdoors, but then
Yeah.
they kind of let the house pack out, and then we got to play. So that's cool too.
yeah, so we went in feeling like the underdogs, but then we played, and you know, you kind of always assume that like all the other bands are like up in the green rooms or on their tour buses, like doing their own things, you know, and so it's what you expect. You don't expect anyone to watch you or whatever. So when we were done and wrapping up and everything, like I think 3 out of the 4 bands, the New Year's Day, For Today, and Motionless, they all came up and said something like, they're all, hey, like, great set, oh, hey, I love this song, and like, oh, I loved when you did this and that, and it's like, oh, like, you watched, like, holy cow, you watched, you know, and we did a Misfits cover song, what's it called? I always forget. Last Caress. We did Last Caress, and Chris Motionless, I was just sitting on the side stage watching, I forgot what band, and he's all, hey dude, I loved your cover song, that was awesome, and he just gave me like a pat in the back. I was like, holy cow, you watched, thank you. You know, and it was cool. Like we thought we were the underdogs, but then after we played, everyone was very welcoming, like extremely welcoming. Oh, and I guess back to that last question, I'd like to say For Today, because they were really extremely welcoming and like talkative, and they come up and talked to us and sparked up conversations, and it was like,
Yeah, like they didn't have to do that. That's something that like, especially bands that are kind of on tour, like doing their thing, they don't have to talk to anyone else. Like, and people won't look at them as bad guys if they don't, because they're doing their job and stuff. But some of the guys went out of their way to like talk to us, and like they came up to us.
had an actual conversation. It was cool.
Yeah, Ryan For Today, he invited us out to go like eat with him afterwards, and like just it was really super cool. Like just talking to us and hanging out with us and like giving us advice and stuff. And it was really super dope because like, you know, listening to people who like do it gets you pumped up.
And who would you say are your guys' inspirations?
Batman.
And that's one of the things that makes us us, because John's so into like, his fictional characters aren't really fictional, and they inspire a lot. This is why we have songs about like werewolves, but he correlates that with just becoming a different person. Like it's really fantasy, and we all love movies and comics and video games and stuff, and I'm glad we can incorporate that.
I think like inspiration and stuff like that, it's kind of crazy, like because like a lot of bands like influence us, but I don't really think like there's like bands necessarily that like, I don't know, like I'm not saying I speak for us as a whole, but like I feel like sometimes, like for instance, like when Napoleon will write, you know, music and stuff, he's like, I hear a giant octopus like coming out the ocean, and like it sounds like this, like it's like just like some stupid, it's like pretty ridiculous, but it's like, wow, that kind of does sound like an octopus.
The
Like
Empire had a really cool music video in my brain, but we needed like Steven Spielberg and the guys from Independence Day to make it happen. But if it did happen, it'd be really cool.
like-
Flying octopuses.
imagination, I guess, like just like whatever like sounds cool or whatever like makes an experience. I feel like, you know, we like to put that in our music and make the music an experience for the listener, you know. So I guess, I mean, yeah, bands inspire us, but like just anything.
I know that you have listened to the interview and gotten a little information on who these guys are as a band and as individuals. Here is their song that they have chosen for me to play for you guys, called Dead Inside.
Nothing for me. You won't find me. say that I'm an lie. It's killing me inside. Alone and dead with I'm gone and you're still waiting for me to come. So bother looking for me, you will find me when I'm You will find me when I get gone. The lights that would fill the night, you're not most on my mind. Now that tears have filled the mind, I feel alive and I'm gonna try. Looking for me, you will find me when I don't you bother looking for me, you will find me when I don't you bother looking for me, you will find me when I don't you bother, you will find me. Don't you bother looking for me, you will find me. I'm gone and you're still waiting for me to come. Don't bother looking for me, you will find me when I'm gone. I'm gone and you're still waiting for me to come. Don't bother looking for me, you will find me when I'm You will find me when I get gone. You will find me when I get
And I would like to officially announce that AroundTheBlockPodcast.com will be launched on Friday, April 3rd, 2 days away. And I'm kind of stoked on it. I cannot wait to launch it for everybody to see. I'm still working on it. So if you go and try and find it on AroundTheBlockPodcast.com, it will come up on some random page saying that it's coming up. So you cannot see it yet. Only I can see it. And like 2 other people have seen it, but that's just because I wanted their opinions on things. But I have a great staff. I wouldn't even call it staff. I would basically call them some of my good friends who are jumping on to help me. I want it updated constantly. I want people to be able to send us things and just throw them on. Enjoy not only what I am trying to build, but enjoy getting to know our local music. I have photographers, social media, and live show reviewers and CD reviewers. And I thank you to Javier, Justin, and Randy for going out and covering shows for me and taking photos, and for Randy for listening to CDs that he may not even be interested in, but at least he's giving it a chance. I also want to thank Mark, and thank you to Chris and Jamie for going to be my photographers. I really do appreciate it. My first show review that will be up on AroundTheBlockPodcast.com is April 4th. Javier will be going out to cover Heart Sounds with the Swellers at Chain Reaction, and for that you can go to Ticketfly.com to buy your ticket. Unfortunately, it is the Swellers' last tour, so I'm kind of bummed I'm missing out on covering the show, but Javier is going to do a great job, so I know that he'll report back everything, and photos to come as well, so be on the lookout for that. It should be up soon. Well, clearly after April 4th, it'll be up. And that is it for episode 3 of 2015, featuring A New Challenger Approaches. I would like to thank you for listening to my ramble of everything, I guess. I don't know. Now I'm rambling. But I would like to announce my next featured artist, who will be Johnny Moore. You may know him from Lions Amongst Wolves. He is the guitar player in that band. And he is also doing his solo stuff. So it is going to be completely one-on-one interview coming up April 18th. That is when he will be in the studio, and that is when I will be speaking with him. And maybe he'll give us a little acoustic performance. I don't know. So be on the lookout for that. And with that, I leave you. And until next time, this is Tamerlyn. Stay local.